This is Mamuni. Thank you so much for being Amar Baba.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to discuss how to solve a double column cash book problem with discount and bank columns. Okay, so let's get started. Chalo, shuru kara jak. Please remember, in big firms or big organizations, transactions are not done in cash. All cash receipts are deposited with bank and all payments are made only through checks. This type of double column cash book with discount and bank columns is similar to the double column cash book with discount and cash column. But today, let me show you how to solve a double column cash book problem with discount and bank columns. Okay? And this is the format of a double column cash book. In the books of Ma, double column cash book, the format is just like a double column cash book with cash and bank columns. Everything is same. Instead of cash column, we're writing discount column. Otherwise, everything is same. Okay? Please remember, all checks received are recorded on the debit side in the bank column. And all checks paid are recorded on the credit side in the bank column. Okay? And discount allowed is recorded on the debit side in the discount column. And discount received is recorded on the credit side in the discount column. Okay, but why are we preparing discount columns on the debit side as well as on the credit side? Because as I have said in the previous video that it may not be possible to conduct business only in cash or banking transactions because businessmen sell their goods on credit. Why do businessmen sell their goods on credit? Because in order to increase the sale, যদি তুমি ক্রেডিটে সেল করো তাহলে হিউজ সেল হয়। ক্যাশ ট্রানজাকশনস আর ব্যাংকিং ট্রানজাকশনসে এত সেল হয় না। So in order to increase the sales, businessmen sell their goods on credit. Such credit transactions are settled against in future. সেই credit payment on a specified date payment করে দেয়। Could be after 7 days, 5 days, 10 days, settle করে দেয়। And for that, he receives 2%, 3% or 5% discount according to the businessman. কেন businessman discount দেয়? Because for the quick or prompt payment from the buyers. Okay. But this discount is conditional. Understood? But please remember, there is no question of cash discounts unless payment is made to sellers by the buyers. যদি buyers sellers কে specified date বা specified period এ payment করতে না পারে, payment করতে fail করে, তাহলে cash discount পাবে না. Okay? Why do we record discount allowed on the debit side of the cash book? Because discount allowed comes under nominal account. According to nominal account, all expenses and losses debit. Discount allowed is a loss for the businessman. So discount allowed will be debited. Understood? Why do we record discount received on the credit side? Because discount received comes under nominal account too. According to nominal account, all incomes and gains credit. Here discount received is a gain for the business. So discount received account will be credited. Understood? So now let's go through the problem. Okay? So here is the problem. Cash book, double column. Enter the following transactions in the books of Ma in a double column cash book. Here is the column for date. Here is the column for transactions. Here is the column for amount. So what is the first transaction? The first transaction is 2022 on 1st April, cash at bank 10,000. This is a debit balance. So we'll have to write to balance BD in the cash book on the debit side in the bank column 10,000. Since the opening balance of cash at bank is given in the problem, there will be no journal entries. So the question of a narration does not arise. Okay, so let's write. So to balance BD, how much? In the bank column, 10,000. Okay, because opening balance of cash at bank is a debit balance and the opening balance of cash at bank is given in the problem. Okay, so now let's see the next transaction. Next transaction is on 5th April received from Neelam 4,700 in full settlement of her account through check 5,000. That means Ma is supposed to receive from Neelam 5,000, but Ma has received from Neelam only 4,700. Why rupees 300 less? And how we are getting 300 less? Deduct 4,700 from 5,000. So 300 she is getting less from Neelam. It's a common sense that a discount of rupees 300 is allowed to Neelam by Ma. So what will be the journal entry? The journal entry will be bank account debit. How much? 4,700. Discount allowed debit 300. How we are getting 300? 5,000 minus 4,700 to Neelam account 5,000. Okay, this is a compound or composite journal entry because there are two debits and one credit. আমরা কখনো ডেবিট দেখব না, যখন আমরা ব্যাংকের পজিশন দেখব আমরা অলওয়েজ ব্যাংকের উল্টো দিকে কে আছে তাকে দেখব। তার মানে উল্টো দিকে কে আছে? নীলম অ্যাকাউন্ট। We have to look both the positions of bank account and discount allowed account also. On 5th April to Neelam account, we've received a check from Neelam. 4,700 should be in the bank column and rupees 300 discount allowed by Ma. Okay, even if you don't understand the logic, please remember whenever you are receiving a check, you'll write on the debit side in the bank column, because when you're receiving a check, what happens? Please remember, bank column represents a bank account and bank account comes under personal account. According to personal account, the receiver of the benefit is debit. Here, bank is the receiver of Neelam's check. So the bank balance is increased. So bank account will be debited by 4,700. Why discount allowed is debit? Because discount allowed comes under nominal account. According to nominal account, all losses and expenses debit. Because when rupees 300 discount is allowed to Neelam by Ma, this is a loss for the business. So discount allowed account will be debited by 300. Okay, so let's write down the narration. Being check received from Neelam and discount allowed. So let's see the next transaction. The next transaction is on 8th April through a check for petty expenses 1,000. So petty expenses means small expenses. So what will be the journal entry? The journal entry will be petty expenses account debit to bank account. What is the position of bank account? Since bank account is on the credit side, petty expenses will also be on the credit side. So we'll have to write by petty expenses account in the cash book on the credit side in the bank column 1,000. Okay, so let's write. So on 8th April by petty expenses. So on 8th April by petty expenses account in the bank column 1,000. Okay, being petty expenses paid by check. Okay, moreover, bank column represents bank account. Bank account comes under personal account. According to personal account, the giver of the benefit is credit. Here, when petty expenses is paid by the bank is the giver of the benefit. So bank account will be created by 1,000. Okay, now let's see the next transaction. The next transaction is on 10th April paid to Rahul 1,800, discount allowed by him 200. So you're paid to Rahul 800. So Ma is paying Rahul 1,800 and discount allowed by him to Ma 200. So what will be the journal entry? The journal entry will be Rahul account debit because he is the receiver of check. So Rahul account debit 2000 to bank account 1800 discount received account 200. Understood? যখন পেমেন্ট হয় তখন ডিসকাউন্ট রিসিভ হয়। প্লিজ রিমেম্বার যখন তুমি চেক রিসিভ করো তুমি ডিসকাউন্ট অ্যালাউ করো। বোথ শুড বি অন দ্য ডেবিট সাইড। প্লিজ রিমেম্বার when you receive check you allow discount and both should be on the debit side, and when you pay check you receive discount and both should be on the credit side. Okay, so what is the position of bank account? Since bank account is on the credit side, Rahul account will also be on the credit side. So we'll have to write by Rahul account in the cash book on the credit side in the bank column. How much? 1800. Since discount received account is also on the credit side, Rahul account will also on the credit side. So we'll have to write by Rahul account in the cash book on the credit side in the discount column 200. Okay, so let's write. On 10th April, by Rahul account, how much? In the bank column 1800 and discount received from him is 200. Being check paid to Rahul and discount received from him. Here when check is paid to Rahul, bank is the giver of the check, so bank account will be credited. And moreover, when check is paid to Rahul, the bank balance is reduced. So obviously, bank account will be credited by 1800. Okay, now let's see the next transaction. The next transaction is on 12th April received from Simran a check towards payment of an account of 3000 less 3% cash discount. So what is the amount received from Simran? Total amount received from Simran 3000, but Ma has allowed her 3% cash discount. So how much will be the cash discount? 3000 into 3 by 100 count. The cash discount will be 3000 into 3 by 100. That will come to 90. So Ma has allowed Simran a cash discount of rupees 90. So Ma is not receiving 3000. Ma is receiving from Simran 3000 minus 90. That means Ma is receiving from her 2910 rupees. Okay. So what will be the journal entry? So the journal entry will be bank account debit, discount allowed account debit to Simran account. Why? Because Ma is receiving a check from Simran. So check receive করলে কি হয়? Bank account debit. Bank account debit 2910 rupees. Discount allowed account rupees 90 to Simran account 3000. Okay, understood? Now what is the position of bank account? Since bank account is on the debit side, Simran account will also be on the debit side. So we'll have to write to Simran account in the cash book on the debit side in the bank column 2910. Okay, and what is the position of discount allowed account? Since discount allowed account is on the debit side, Simran account will also be on the debit side. So we'll have to write to Simran account in the cash book on the debit side in the discount column. How much? 90. Okay, so let's write. On 12th April, to Simran account, how much? 2910 and 90 rupees in discount column. The narration will be being check received from Simran and discount allowed at the rate of 3%. And moreover, bank column represents bank account and bank account comes under personal account. According to personal account, the receiver of the benefit is debit. Here, when check is received from Simran, bank is the receiver of the benefit. So bank account will be debited by 1910 rupees. And moreover, when check is received from Simran, bank balance is also increased. So now let's see the next transaction. The next transaction is on 18th April, Simran's check dishonored. So what was the amount? So on 12th April, received from Simran a check towards payment of an account of less 3% cash discount. 3000 check received করেছি তার থেকে less করতে হবে cash discount. We have done it. So do you remember the journal entry? Let me show you. See the journal entry. On 12th April, bank account debit, discount allowed account debit to Simran account. Bank account 3000 minus 90 discount allowed by Ma to Simran. 2910 rupees. Discount allowed 90. কি করে হলো? How are we getting rupees 90? 3000 into 3 by 100. 90 rupees to Simran account 3000. এটা আমাদের বলা আছে. And if you add up this two also, 2910 rupees plus 90, that will give you 3000. তো এটা ছিল যখন আমরা সিমরানের থেকে চেকটা পেয়েছিলাম. আমরা চেক পেয়েছিলাম 2910 রুপিসের. মা হ্যাজ অ্যালাউড হার ডিসকাউন্ট 90 rupees. Understood? Simran is the giver of the check 3000. Fine. But now on 18th April, Simran's check dishonored. So what will be the journal entry? The journal entry will be Simran account debit, same amount 3000, to bank account credit 2910 because চেকটা কার কাছ থেকে চলে যাচ্ছে? ব্যাংকের কাছ থেকে চলে যাচ্ছে because bank is not receiving the money because check has been dishonored. So bank will return back the check to Simran. So bank is the giver of the benefit. Since bank account comes under personal account, according to personal account, the giver of the benefit is credit. Since bank account is the giver of the check to Simran, so bank account will be credited by 2910. Bank receive করতে পারেনি 2910. The reason could be anything. Could be there is no money in her bank account or her signature did not tally. Whatever be the reason, or check dishonor হয়েছে. And discount allowed, remember, Ma had allowed her discount on 12th April, rupees 90 rupees. Please remember, I have already told you, discount is conditional. তুমি যদি পেমেন্ট করতে না পারো on the due date, তোমার discount allowed cancel হয়ে যাবে. Remember this thing. Ma has allowed her 90 rupees as discount, but since she could not make the payment on the due date, discount allowed by Ma will be cancelled or Ma will withdraw the discount allowed. She will not get discount allowed anymore. Okay, 3000 payment করতে হবে. ও ডিসকাউন্ট আর পাবে না. Understood? So discount allowed cancel করতে গেলে কি করতে হয়? So how can we cancel or withdraw discount allowed? Just write discount allowed on the opposite side. Before আমরা কি লিখেছিলাম? Discount allowed debited 90 rupees. This is not match. You cannot deduct. So we'll have to write on the opposite side. To discount allowed, লেখো আগে আমরা ডেবিটে লিখেছিলাম. Discount allowed debit 90 rupees. Now you write to discount allowed account 90 rupees credit. The discount allowed account will automatically get cancelled or withdrawn. This is the rule. First remember, discount is conditional. Please remember, I have already told you, allowing cash discount is conditional. Only the sellers allow discount to customers or buyers or debtors if they agreed to pay the money on a certain date. But there is no question of cash discount unless the payment is made to the sellers or if they fail to pay the sellers on the due date. So fail করেছে, তাই জন্য discount allowed cancel হয়ে গেল. And this journal entry we cannot write in the cash book. Okay? We'll have to write in the books of journal. This journal entry will be written in the books of journal or journal proper. This is the journal entry when check was received from Simran and 3% cash discount was allowed to her by Ma. And the second journal entry is when Simran's check dishonored and discount allowed was cancelled or withdrawn by Ma. Understood? And you have to write a note also for discount allowed cancel korbar jonno. So we'll have to write note 1. Since check received from Simran has been dishonored on 18th April 2022, the check previously allowed to her will be withdrawn or cancelled. However, the discount withdrawn or cancelled should not be entered in the discount column on the credit side of the cash book because the total of this column is posted in the discount received account. যখন discount allowed মা করেছিল সিমরানকে তখন discount allowedটা কোথায় লেখা হয়েছিল? On the debit side in the discount column. When Ma is withdrawing the discount allowed, that does not mean you're going to post ₹90 in the discount column on the credit side because credit side discount column represents correct discount received account because discount column on the credit side represents discount received account and not discount allowed cancelled account or discount allowed withdrawn account. Okay, and moreover the total of discount received account যে টোটালটা হবে সেটা কোথায় যায়? সেটা যাবে discount received account এ, আলাদা করে লেজারে খুলতে হয়. So we cannot post discount allowed 90 rupees on the credit side in the discount column. Okay, understood? For that we have to write a short note. And there will be another note. Note 2. The journal entry for withdrawing the discount allowed previously allowed to Simran will be recorded in the journal. Okay, so let's write in the cash book. So আমাদের কোনটা পোস্ট করতে হবে cash book এ? Since this is a double column cash book with discount and bank column, we always have to look at the position of discount allowed account, discount received account and bank account. Okay, when we were doing double column cash book with two columns, cash column and bank column, we were looking at the position of cash account and bank account. Here we'll have to look at the position of discount account and bank account. But here we cannot look at the position of discount allowed account since discount allowed account এর কোনো কলাম নেই. ডেবিট সাইডে যে ডিসকাউন্ট কলামটা আছে দ্যাট রিপ্রেজেন্টস ডিসকাউন্ট অ্যালাউড অ্যাকাউন্ট আর ক্রেডিট সাইডে যে ডিসকাউন্ট কলামটা আছে দ্যাট রিপ্রেজেন্ট ডিসকাউন্ট রিসিভড অ্যাকাউন্ট. Please remember we are not going to look at the position of discount allowed account on the credit side. Why? Please remember we are not going to post this ₹90. We are not going to look at the position of discount allowed account on the credit side. Because discount column in the cash book on the debit side represents discount allowed account and discount column in the cash book on the credit side represents discount received account. Discount allowed account on the credit side এর কোনো কলাম নেই. discount allowed account on the debit side আছে কিন্তু credit side এর কোনো কলাম নেই. আমরা যদি discount allowed account এর 90 rupees discount column on the credit side এ post করি that means we are receiving 90 rupees as discount received. সেটা ভুল হয়ে যাবে. This is not discount received. This is cancelling of discount allowed. So we cannot write 90 rupees in the discount column on the credit side. If you write 90 rupees in the discount column on the credit side, it means we have received discount 90 rupees, which is absolutely wrong. So this discount allowed account cannot be written in the cash book on the credit side in the discount column. Understood? So for this we have to record this journal entry like this in the books of journal, like I've written in the books of my journal. Okay, understood? Right. So what is the position of bank accounts? We only have to look at the position of bank account. Since bank account is on the credit side, Simran account will also be on the credit side. So we'll have to write by Simran account in the cash book on the credit side in the bank column 2910. Okay, a discount column ki likhbo dash nil. Okay, so let's write on 18th April by Simran account how much discount column nil থাকবে 2910. Okay, being Simran's check dishonored and discount allowed withdrawn. Moreover, bank column represents bank account. Bank account comes under personal account. According to personal account, the giver of the benefit is credit. Here, when Simran's check is dishonored, bank is the giver of the check to Simran. So bank is returning back Simran's check to her. So bank is the giver of the check. And moreover, bank balance is reduced by 2,910 rupees. Okay. Since bank is the giver of the check, bank will be credited by rupees 2,910 rupees. Okay. So now let's see the next transaction. The next transaction is on 22nd April received a check from Neil. How much? 2,400 after deduction of 4% cash discount. What is the amount of check? We don't know. Ma is receiving the check 2,400 from Neil after deduction of 4% cash discount. So what is the amount of cash discount? We don't know. And please don't calculate 4% on 2,400 because this is not the total amount received from Neil. This is the amount after cash discount has been deducted. So we'll have to find out what is the amount of cash discount or what is the total amount of the check received from Neil. So let's do the calculation. If you calculate cash discount on 2,400 into 4 by 100, that is wrong. This is not the total amount of check received from Neil. Sheta koto? We don't know. We have to calculate the total amount and then we have to calculate the cash discount. Okay, otherwise we won't be able to write the cash discount in the discount column. So let's calculate. Say, calculation of total amount received from Neil. We don't know the total amount. So let X be the total amount received from Neil. Then the equation will be total amount minus discount allowed is equal to net amount received from Neil. So let total amount be X minus discount allowed. How much? We don't know. X be the total amount into 4 by 100 is equal to 2,400 because we know the net amount received from Neil. আমি আরেকবার বলছি total amount के X ধরো deduct discount allowed. What is the discount allowed? We don't know. So total amount X into 4 by 100, that is the amount of discount, is equal to the net amount. Net amount we know 2,400 received from Neil. So calculate this equation. Ultimately we are getting 96X is equal to 2,400 into 100. So if you calculate X, you will get 2,500. What is this X? Again আমরা বলেছি let X be the total amount received from Neil. So total amount received from Neil is equal to rupees 2,500. তো আমরা total amount পেয়ে গেলাম। আমরা net amount জানতাম 2,400. So what is this? So X is equal to 2,500. What is this X? The X again আমরা বলেছি let X be the total amount received from Neil. So X is the total amount received from Neil, that is rupees 2,500 we have received from Neil. This is the total amount we have received from Neil, 2,500. So net amount we knew 2,400. What is the total amount received from Neil? 2,500. So calculation of discount is very easy. So what is the formula of discount allowed? Discount allowed is equal to total amount received from Neil into 4%. So discount allowed is equal to 2,500 into 4 by 100. So discount allowed is 100, or discount allowed will get total amount 2,500 deduct net amount received from Neil 2,400, then also you'll get 100 rupees. Understood? This is the way you got to calculate. So we'll have to write in the discount column 100. Understood? And in the bank column 2,400. But before that, you have to calculate the total amount received from Neil. Then only you can calculate discount allowed to Neil by Ma. First, you have to calculate the total amount received from Neil. 2,500 we got it. Then you have to calculate what is the amount of discount allowed to Neil. That is 2,500 is the total amount into 4% cash discount. So that will give you rupees 100. Discount allowed is equal to rupees 100. Or there is another way. Discount allowed is equal to total amount received from Neil 2,500 minus net amount received from Neil 2,400. So you'll get rupees 100. Okay. So let's write. So what will the journal entry? The journal entry will be bank account debit 2,400. Discount allowed account debit 100. Now we know because we have calculated discount allowed. To Neil account 2,500. Okay. So what is the position of bank account? Since bank account is on the debit side, Neil account will also be on the debit side. So we'll have to write to Neil account. In the cash book on the debit side, in the bank column 2400. What is the position of discount allowed account? Since discount allowed account is on the debit side, nil account will also be on the debit side. So we'll have to write 2 nil account in the cash book on the debit side, in the discount column rupees 100. Okay, so let's write. On 22nd April, 2 nil account. How much? Discount column rupees 100 and here 2400. In the bank column 2400. Being check received from nil and discount allowed. Moreover, bank column represents bank account. Bank account comes under personal account. According to personal account, the receiver of the benefit is debit. Here, when check is received from nil, bank is the receiver of the benefit. So bank account will be debited by 2400. And moreover, when check is received by bank, the bank balance is increased. Okay. Why discount column is debit? Because discount column comes under nominal account. According to nominal account, all losses and expenses debit. So when discount is allowed by MAR to nil, it is a loss for the business. Okay. So let's see the next transaction. The next transaction is on 25th April. Paid salaries by check 11,000. So what will be the journal entries? Salaries account debit to bank account. What is the position of bank account? Since bank account is on the credit side, salaries account will also be on the credit side. So we'll have to write by salaries account in the cash book on the credit side, in the bank column 11,000. Okay, so let's write. On 25th April, by salaries account in the bank column, how much? 11,000. Being salaries paid by check. Moreover, bank column represents bank account. Bank account comes under personal account. According to personal account, the giver of the benefit is credit. Here, when salaries is paid by bank, bank is the giver of the benefit. So bank account will be created by 11,000. And moreover, when salaries is paid by check, bank balance is reduced. Okay. And please remember one thing. Discount column on the debit side represent discount allowed account. And discount allowed account comes under nominal account. According to nominal account, all losses and expenses debit. Here, when discount is allowed by MA to the customers or buyers, it is a loss for the business. So, discount allowed account will be debited. See, 300 is a loss, 90 rupees is a loss, 100 rupees is a loss. Okay. And here, rupees 200 is credit. Why? Column, please remember, discount column on the credit side represent discount received account. And discount received account comes under nominal account. According to nominal account, all incomes and gains credit. Here, when rupees 200 is received from Rahul, this is a gain for the business. So, discount received account will be created by rupees 200. Understood? Now, let's see the last transaction. The last transaction is on 20th April, bank charges rupees 300. That means bank has deducted 300 for some expenses. So what will be the journal entry? The journal entry will be bank charges account debit to bank account. So what is the position of bank account? Since bank account is on the credit side, bank charges will also be on the credit side. So we'll have to write by bank charges account in the cash book on the credit side in the bank column 300. So let's write April 28th by bank charges account in the bank column, how much? 300 being bank charges paid. Moreover, bank column represents bank account. Bank account comes under personal account. According to personal account, the giver of the benefit is credit. Here, when bank charges is paid by bank, bank is the giver of the benefit. So, bank account will be created by rupees 300. Moreover, when 300 is deducted from bank, bank balance is reduced by 300. Okay. So, now let's calculate the total of bank column on the debit side and the total of bank column on the credit side. And let's find out the closing cash at bank. Okay. Let's do it. So, the total of bank column on the debit side is 20,010 rupees. And the total of bank column on the credit side is 17,010 rupees. So we'll have to write whichever is bigger. So this is the rule. So we'll have to write 20,010 rupees on both sides. So what is the balancing figure? Because there is a shortfall on the credit side in the bank columns, we'll have to write by balance CD. The date will be the last in the month of April. So what will be the balancing figure in the bank column? The total of bank column on the credit side is 17,010 rupees and the total of bank column on the debit side is 20,010 rupees. So deduct the total of credit column from the total of debit column. So we'll get 3,000. Okay. And by balance CD is what? This by balance CD is the closing cash at bank for the month of April. Now this closing cash at bank for the month of April will be brought forward on the opposite side, that is on the debit side beneath the bank column. Why? Because this closing cash at bank 3,000 for the month of April will become the opening cash at bank for the next period or for the next date. Okay, so let's write 3,000. The date will be the very next day or the next month, 1st May. And now, should we balance discount columns? No. Please remember the discount column on the debit side and the discount column on the credit side are only totaled and not balanced. So please do not balance the discount columns. Just add up the totals. So what is the total of discount column on the debit side? 300 plus 90 plus 100. That is 490. And what is the total of discount column on the credit side? Only 200. So write down 200. Nothing else. Just add up the totals and write down. Total of discount column on the debit side is 490 and the discount column on the credit side is 200. Please remember, do not balance the discount column on the debit side and the discount column on the credit side. The discount column on the debit side and the discount column on the credit side are only totaled and not balanced. Because the discount columns are only memorandum columns and therefore they do not serve the purpose of discount allowed account or discount received account. Please remember, discount allowed account and discount received account, both the accounts are opened again in the ledger. That is the reason these are not balanced. Understood? But cash columns and bank columns are balanced because they are not opened in the ledger. Okay? I hope you understood. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your precious time. I sincerely hope this was helpful. And I'll catch you all in the next video. Till then, keep rising and keep shining. Bye-bye. Take care, stay safe and stay blessed always.